Hey, what's up, everyone out there? This is Patrick. Today is Wednesday, and it is January 6th, 2020, and we are actually seeing some crazy news today as Bitcoin is hitting $36,000, and there's news that we're going to talk about right now on why Bitcoin may not go back down because it's totally undervalued, and basically there's not going to be a correction this time. There's a lot of people coming out saying there's going to be no correction. People are buying. The rich are starting to buy off all the Bitcoin, and they're starting to get rid of their U.S. dollar. People are very concerned. There's a lot of confidence growing as we've seen Bitcoin like double, triple in value from 13,000 to 30,000, and basically people are just buying up. All the rich people are buying up gold and Bitcoin. So getting right into it, guys, I want to talk to you guys first today about this art. First, I'll show you actually a video that was on Tim Cast. He's a famous YouTuber. He's always on the Joe Rogan's podcast, and he just basically came out with a video. You guys can look at his YouTube channel right here. It says Chinese billionaire vanished after challenging banking cartel. Well, I want to play three little snippets of what I want to show you. What he talks about on Bitcoin, and it's very, very revealing of what's going on here. And this guy's a very smart guy. He has a lot of people on his podcast, a lot of famous like economists, talks about political news, and just listen right here, guys.
We're gonna combine these stories, my friends. We don't just randomly talk about China partying and then talk about the money supply. Same story. First, let me show you this from CNBC. Dollar sucked into downward spiral by U.S. twin deficits from December 30th. They're saying the dollar is in a downward spiral. Bitcoin skyrocketing. It hit $35,000 for a Bitcoin. Numbers into his account.
There we go.
$1,000 for a Bitcoin. People are buying up like crazy, and there's concerns. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but people are saying that the Bitcoin's not going to go back down. There's not going to be a correction. It's undervalued at this point because the U.S. dollar is being printed like crazy. Which brings me to this really strange story, which seems maybe not to be related. Chinese billionaire Jack.
And then there's this one right here, guys.
They shut down that branch. So I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I wonder if this dude knew he was getting laid off.
Listen to this. Listen to what he gets into right here.
Numbers into his account to make the money be there. But I'm like, how do they verify that? How do they know? Like, is there? It's the craziest thing.
It's not like Bitcoin when you have a transaction and a limited amount of something. It's literally someone going on the computer and just pressing zero. That's it. That's our financial system explained as, and of course, whenever there's, the military-industrial complex, big pharma, the medical-industrial complex coming in for their gibs, of course that machine's turned on right away. People come in there for, health and human services or something to help out the common, whatever the common good is or whatever the term people, or whatever people socially want to improve, life. No, sorry, the machine doesn't work then, which is absolutely ridiculous.
So
here, we're going through this.
What I was thinking is like, all of our money is basically digital. Has anyone really thought about how Bitcoin has a ledger with crypto that secures it and banks just kind of write a number down?
Well, what shocked me, I think, the most was, remember I was watching a documentary on the 2008 financial crisis, and I might have the numbers a little bit wrong, but I think they said that $2 trillion disappeared from the global economy. They used the phrase disappeared. And I remember looking that up, because I know that I think we lost like $9.8 trillion overall.
Okay, then listen to this right here, guys.
Getting rid of their money. They're getting reasons. One, get away from the cities. Two, wealthy people can buy right now are hyperinflating because the demand for these goods is high for several reasons. One, get away from the cities. Two, they're getting rid of their money. They're getting rid of U.S. dollars.
Talking about rich people.
Gold. They're buying Bitcoin like crazy. Why did Bitcoin double, almost triple in value in a month? Now, people will say, you hear from all these Bitcoin deniers where they're like, it's just it's a scam. And it's like, dude, people have confidence in it retaining its value enough to where it was going for like $13,000 a month and 2 months ago, and now it's at $30,000. So I'll tell you this: you can look at your Bitcoin transaction history, and you can go back to, like, for those of you that have Bitcoin. I've had Bitcoin for a long time, and someone sent me like a couple dollars worth of Bitcoin a long time ago. It's now worth like $200. It's just you look at it, that's crazy. People are concerned. I think here's what I was telling people. What are the rich people who have connections doing right now? They're fleeing cities. They're buying up property like crazy, and they're getting off the U.S. dollar. When CNBC says the dollar is in a downward spiral and Bitcoin is through the roof, I hope y'all are paying attention to what we're potentially facing. So I'll put it this way. You know, I've had people say to me, we did a promo start the show with the Safe and Ready Meals thing, right? This is the safeandreadymeals.com. It is emergency food supply.
So basically, guys, he's saying right here that that basically the U.S. dollar is on this downward spiral with all the printing of the money. You know, this is the second economic stimulus package going on. There's just the rich are just buying up Bitcoin like crazy, and they're buying up gold and property. And, you know, people are losing faith in the dollar, and that's why Bitcoin is rising. It's because that limited supply. We're seeing a lot of people come in. And if you look right here, I have another article for you guys. And basically it says right here that Bitcoin is headed for a supply shortage that will keep pushing up prices. Bitcoin has matured from its netherworld currency. And at the bottom of this article right here, let me show you one of the main things that I saw here. It basically says that Bitcoin is now getting widely adopted. The adoption is basically taking place. The adoption, so you look right here, the adoption floodgates are open. Skybridge initiated a position that Bitcoin on behalf of our flagship funds in November, which at today is worth $200 million, has launched Skybridge Bitcoin Fund and mass affluential investors. We've seen Mass Mutual come in. We've seen Michael Saylor come in, who does Mass Mutual, and they did like $100 million. You can look right here, $100 million starter position in Bitcoin. We're seeing all these people come in. Square accounts for nearly $1.5 billion in Bitcoin purchases. JP Morgan issued a statement in December declaring the adoption of Bitcoin by institutional investors has only begun. It just now begun. So I don't think this price correction is going to go back down. This could be the start of, you know, we might not see all these jumps like we've seen before. This might be the new normal of just keep going up till we hit that $400,000 Bitcoin that all these other investors have been saying, guys. That's why all these people are investing right now. We're seeing a huge, you know, we could see inflation just happen insane, where the prices of just the U.S. dollar and all the other currencies are just lose value. And this is going to be the only thing that's going to be worth money is property, Bitcoin, gold, silver, some of these things that have a limited supply. What's more, they said in this article, the IRS bestowed favorable tax treatment on Bitcoin by treating it as a property that produces capital gains and losses. As another positive sign, PayPal rolled out Bitcoin trading for its 238 million users. Several banks have started to provide institutional Bitcoin custody services, deposit taking, and custody fiduciary services for the digital asset. Today, there is a significant more demand for Bitcoin than there is a supply. About 900 new Bitcoins are mined daily, and three market participants alone, PayPal, Square, and Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, purchase considerably more than 900 Bitcoins a day. So, I mean, people are buying more Bitcoins than are mined per day. This is crazy, guys. It's going to keep going up at this point. The data says only 20% of Bitcoin supply in circulation, as Bitcoin rally is far from done. All right, so I mean, if you guys are listening to this right now, just know that we are seeing crazy times in the economy right now. You know, the government just came out and said in the next 180 days they're going to release UFO reports. They're saying that the economic stimulus is basically inflating our money even more. Small businesses aren't open. And all the rich are buying up property and buying up Bitcoin like crazy because it's so valuable. Even people that I've talked to that are stock investors that hate Bitcoin say they're holding Bitcoin and waiting for it to go back down. And I told them that basically it's probably not going to go back down this time. Well, that's it, guys. I wanted to share you this video. Make sure you guys subscribe. Follow me on Facebook. I actually, you know, me and my roommate, we actually teach people how to make money through Bitcoin, doing programs. We do marketing and, you know, we get paid in this. So getting paid, and it's a lot less risky than, you know, investing money that you have an emotional attachment towards. So hit me up, guys, on the Facebook. Definitely subscribe. Drop a comment if you want to talk to me. My name is Patrick. Thank you guys for watching.